A big thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video. Morning everybody, and welcome to the Faroe Islands. This is probably the windiest I've ever filmed in. The conditions are harsh, it's so windy, and the snow on the ground around about, it's freezing cold, but it is epic. It doesn't get any better than this. As you can see behind me, the mist is rolling in really fast and covering up the sun, and this morning sun has just been golden for more than an hour now, and it is spectacular. And as I speak, it is deadened by the rolling mist coming in, and just in 5 seconds it'll come back again, and this weather is spectacular. This is amazing. Today I'm going to try and just show how you can photograph the weather, the conditions, and try and photograph mood. Because we always talk about techniques and cameras and aperture, and I'm not going to mention that at all. I'm just going to talk about how you need to really concentrate on conditions like this and photographing the amazing mood in the landscape. And wow, what mood we've got today. Just look at it. Unbelievable. I'm just going to get down here. You're probably not going to be able to hear anything I say, but what I'm trying to do is just wait for the mist to come up. As the mist comes up, it catches the light and it just creates this amazing sort of backlit beauty. I want to capture that sort of almost the movement in the mist and how fast the wind is. And if I can do that without falling over, then I think I'll capture the essence of today. I can't actually feel my fingertips. Really, 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 really numb. But look at it, it's so beautiful. Clean the lens because it's raining as well. Can you see me? Hello. Right, just take a few more then. Just gonna turn around and get some more. Managed to find a spot out of the wind and an amazing bit of coastline. So there's so many things I can shoot here. It'd be great if I had a bit of sunlight, but because what I want to do again is portray the weather, and the weather's been changing, the sun's been going across the land, and if I can get that just in the background on those high cliffs, I think that'll look really good. But I'm going to try and get the mountain up here with the snow on it, because that sort of gives a story of it's been snowing and it's sort of coming into winter time. We've got the waterfall, and I'm going to have quite a long exposure, and the clouds are going to move a little bit. I'm going to shoot a bit up here with the really amazing puddle formations, and then I'm going to go a little bit closer and see what I can get, and maybe down to the sea as well. But The wind's just dropped here. I think we're sheltered on this side of the island, which is really fantastic. What an amazing place. Right, grab my gear, let's go. So I've been looking around trying to find some good foreground elements, and I found some sort of puddles down there that worked okay, but I just couldn't find something that was simple enough. It was all too complex. And then I came across this waterfall which just works perfectly, and the reason it works perfectly is that I think that the waterfall in the distance that you can see just behind my shoulder is quite thin. So the one that's going into the sea is quite thin because there's not been a huge amount of rain over the last couple of days. So by having this waterfall in, it sort of draws your eye into the scene and then through the scene to that waterfall, whereas otherwise that waterfall just gets lost a little bit. And what I've tried to do, I've got my 16 to 35 millimeter on my Nikon Z7, and I've positioned it so I can get the mountain in. In fact, probably the best thing to do is I've just grab you. Yeah, so I positioned it so you can see this mountain here in the background, the one up there. I moved it probably from about here to here because it just made a really big difference to getting all the elements. So I have this, then these rocks, then down to that waterfall over there. You can see the mountain, which sort of leads your eye across the distant objects, distant mountains into the far sea stack over there. And the clouds are looking pretty good as well. There's quite a lot of detail in the clouds, so I'm just going to see. I'm probably going to wait here for maybe an hour, leave this composition set up, probably have a little wander around, but I want some light, and if I get some light then it'll be great. But I think this is pretty good. And then I haven't got any grad filters, which I would have used diagonally because it's quite dark here, so I'm just bracketing. And obviously the bracket that I have here will be longer exposure, so this will be blurred. And I like my water to be around about half a second to 1 second. That's what I feel gives the best sort of blurred motion. But it looks fantastic. I'm quite pleased with this.
I don't know, it's hard to say. Desperate cost us anyway. Do this mean we'll go to war? I don't know what I'm looking for, but I'd like to.
I've come back to a spot that last time I was in the Faroe Islands I thought would be good at sunset, but I never got the conditions. So I'm going to walk down. Hopefully, I'm going to walk down. I've got 40 minutes. I'm going to walk down to the sea, which might be a long way and might be really arduous, but it's worth a go. So I'll just get my stuff. It's really windy, so probably not going to be able to fly my drone, but it should be pretty good. Whatever. Okay, let's go. Right, made it. Wet feet, got over this stream, set my tripod up. There's a great line into the ocean. The sunset's over there. I'm putting my wide angle lens on my oh crap, I've left my wide angle lens in my car. Right, change of plan. Going to use my 24mm lens. It's fine, luckily. I'm going to manually focus on the mountain at the distance, and then I'm going to put it on f10, ISO 64, and then I'm just going to bracket, because I'm shooting into the sun, but the sun's quite diffuse. It's going to be blowing out, but the diffuse sort of soft nature to it is just going to look really good. So Yeah, I think it's going to go into some clouds, so I'm going to quickly take these shots and then at least I've got something. And then because I've not got my wide angle lens, I'm basically going to do a vertical pano. So I'm going to do a pano to get this curve of this stream in, which should work fine, so it's not a problem.
In this time of yellow full moon, so come on and hide your sorrow, feed your soul, let it be the hardest thing to find, and set your conscience far away. Give the love for me a chance. Let the beating of your
So what a first day that I had in the Faroe Islands. It was really amazing. What I want to do is just show you the print, the middle print, the one with the waterfall, the two waterfalls, because I think, well, it is my favourite print of the year so far. So it's this image here that I showed, which was in the middle of the day actually, which is interesting. It wasn't the sunrise or the sunset, it was the one taken in fairly sort of drab conditions in the middle of the day. So I'll just put it down here. I just want to talk you through it a little bit. So there are many elements to this. It's got a lot of depth and it tells a good story. So obviously you can see that, you know, it's been raining, we've got waterfalls in flow here, and I managed to get into a position where we got this really great foreground here, and then the mid-ground sort of leads you through, and as I said, we've still got this mountain in here, so I moved into a position that allowed me to get this mountain in. I was high enough up to be able to get this waterfall and a little bit of the ocean, and in the other shot that I showed with the puddles, I couldn't quite get high enough to show that, and I think that makes it a little bit better. Now, I didn't get any light on the land, which I said in the video that I was looking for, but I actually don't think it matters at all. I really love it as it is. It just has worked so well as an image. And the other thing about this image is every time you look at it, you see something a little bit different. There's quite a lot of detail in it. There's lots of different elements to the image, and that depth and that story just really helps to just move from what is a really pretty image into a really, you know, what I would call a portfolio image. So this is going to be added to my website, and I'm really pleased to say as well, for the first 2 weeks of this image going on my website, I'm going to give a free A4 print for anybody that buys an A2 version of this image. So you'll be able to choose from 3 other Faroe images on my website when you buy an A2 version of this image. So go and have a look and go and take a look at my website. And whilst I'm talking about my website, I just want to thank Squarespace, who sponsored this video again. I'm really pleased to have Squarespace on board. I've mentioned it before. I think they're an amazing company. It make my life so much easier. And one of the ways they really helped me recently is they've got a number of apps that you can have a look at your analytics, you know, how much traffic you've come in, what countries they're coming from, but they've also got what's called a commerce app. So the reason it helped me was I had a problem with a batch of my calendars that went missing, so I had to communicate to people that had ordered the calendar, and it was really easy for me to go into the app, get that information and send those people an email. And that meant that I kept in communication with these people. They knew what was going on, and those calendars have now gone out because I had to send a few replacement calendars. They've gone out, and hopefully everyone stayed really happy. Go and check them out at squarespace.com to get a free trial. And if you're interested in taking that trial and using the website and creating your own website, then you can go to /Nigel or use the discount code Nigel for 10% off your domain or website. And on that note, talking about calendars, now I've sent out those replacement calendars. I was holding a few back, but now I didn't have to send that many out. So I've got I think I've got around 40 calendars that are still available for sale. So I've now put them on my website. The link is in the description below. You can order a calendar before Christmas, make a great present. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this content and you're not subscribed, then please consider subscribing. And also give it a like if you've enjoyed it, and please comment in the comments below. Maybe you can give me some feedback on the images that you saw in this week's video. Which was your favourite? You obviously know mine, but also make sure you click the bell icon, because I'm going to be releasing some mini series of top tips in the next few weeks, and they're going to be going out at random times. They're going to be really short videos, top tips, and if you click the bell icon, then you'll get a notification of when they're released. Okay, that's it. And until next Sunday, which is going to be epic, bye. Oh, I almost forgot. I recorded a podcast which has just been released. The link is in the description, and it's an interview with me all about how I got into photography. So go and take a look, and bye.